Okay. Yes,
I
ma'am.
don't know.
Oh, you don't have one? Okay, I will get some for you.
You have a blank copy anymore?
Should.
Okay, because then you can give him a completed copy. I'll move afterwards, but sitting him not. The reason you don't have notes about it because you were absent?
Tuesday, no, not Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday.
Okay.
All right, so today we are talking about trend lines, and I need the pen, not the arrow. Okay. Trend line is a line on a scatter plot that helps show correlation between data sets more clearly. So instead of just a bunch of random points that kind of look like they have positive correlation or negative or what, there's an actual line that more clearly shows that relationship. So the first little example, it says a scatter plot shows a relationship between the total amount of money collected at concession, so that's that one right there, and the total number of tickets sold at a movie theater, and that's right there. Based on this relationship, predict how much money will be collected at the concession stand when 150 tickets have been sold. Okay, before we do anything, what kind of correlation does this have, or do you think it has?
Positive.
Why?
It's going up, everything is rising.
Yep, as the tickets, or the number of tickets sold increases, the sales and concessions increases, right? Okay, so after that, it says draw a trend line and use it to make a prediction. We've already done that for you, which is great. So the next part is, it says predict how much money will be collected at the concession stand when 150 tickets have been sold. So what would we do to first start finding that? Someone help me. Is this room empty? Or am I blind? Calvin, what would we do? If we're predicting how much money we'll be collecting when there's 150 tickets sold, what would we first start to do?
Make a graph.
Oh, we already have that, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
Get the data that's already there.
Right, look at the data that's already here. So if we're looking for 150 tickets, where would we be on the x-axis? At the end? So like right here, this last one? Or wait. First up, what's the scale going by actually? Because that would help too. Well, that's what they label by, but each tick mark represents the scale it goes by. Right, it's going by 20, so it's 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, and then this tick mark is 160. So if we're looking for 150 tickets, where would we go? In between them, right? Okay, so now, if we wanted to make a prediction about how much money they would make if they've sold 100 tickets, what would we do? We keep going up the line up until it hits the graph, and that's about right there. That's why I gave you rulers so you can use straight edges more accurately get there. Thank you, Cody. Okay, so, does everyone have their point where 150 meets the graph? Okay, so, from here, now we turn our rulers over and start going towards, oh my goodness, the rest of the graph. My gosh. What number do you guys come up with? Or what number about do you come up with?
$700.
700? Yeah, that looks about right from here. Because we go straight up and then we go straight across, so 700 does look good, but I don't have a straight edge, so it's probably not super
Yeah,
heavy.
we have like 750.
Yeah. This is why I'll try with straight edge lines. Okay, 100. Okay, there we go. Goodness. Okay. That better shows it, but yeah, since we're just estimating, as long as your guys are kind of close, you'll be good. So it says draw a line that has about the same number of points above and below. We've already done that, but notice that it goes kind of through them. So if you guys are ever doing examples, like we will in a little bit, you want to make sure that there's a balance between what's above and below your line. Because if you just make one side super heavy with the points and the other one's has like 2 or 3, it won't be very accurate, will it? Okay, so now, based on the data, what is a reasonable prediction of how much money will be collected when 90 tickets have been sold? So what we do? Find 90, and where's that?
Between 180.
Okay, so right here, that's not okay, this thing's driving me insane. Okay.
We get the gist.
You get the gist of it because this thing is being really persnickety with me and it's not cooperating. So it's 80, you go up to what point, or you meet the graph right. What do you do next?
You go over.
Okay, you go over. I'm gonna rely on you guys because this thing is being the devil right now.
It's like just below 500.
So just below 500. It's probably way better up there. Terrible machinery right now. So it's just under 500, right? So what amount would that be if it's just below 500? Just a little estimate.
490.
480? 490?
Yeah.
Yep, seems reasonable to me. Goodness, you guys are at 490 in this spot right here because if I do, it's gonna go all kittywampus. I have it. Okay, so based on the data, 490 what? Dollars. It's always important to label. Goodness. $490 is a reasonable prediction of how much money will be collected when 90 tickets have been sold. So, now, okay, so that is the end of the notes, so you guys can put that away, but I will pass out some handouts with scatter plots, and we'll just be practicing Mm.